Hello. Good evening, fellow gamers. How's it going? Maybe I should get another laptop because I can't really see what's going on during in my chat and this at the same time. That's something I guess I need to figure out how to do, huh? Guess that would be nice. Well, here's what I'll do. Can I like move where I see chat actually? That'd be pretty nice. Nope, guess not. That's cool. Thanks. What if I do it like that? That's better, but still not great. Will this affect the stream if I minimize that? Hold on, what if I move it? Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay if we move it like that. Alright. We'll do it like this then. That works. You guys, I think we should be able to see it normally. Yeah, it looks normal on my screen, so I think we're good. Okay. So here's kind of the team that I first started building with Metacham, Corviknight, Goldengo, Surledge, Toadscruel, and Rotom Wash. Pure Power Pressure. We want Weak Armor. So really we're just going to finish up this team here with how we want it. So let's put items on. I already kind of know what I want for this team. Did I have Shed Shell? What did I have on this? We can do Rocky Helmet for now. We want Scarf, Surledge. We want Surledge. I don't know if I want to go all out, so I think heavy duty boots, and then I think we want heavy duty here as well, right? So, close combat, Psycho Cut, Ice Punch, Bullet Punch, and we want it to do is, we want it to be more of a wall breaker, so we're going to give it that, and then we'll just put that there. Yeah, alright, that looks fine. Corviknight, Brave Bird. I want to do like a Terra Blast kind of thing. Roost. I don't even think we need Defog, so I might actually run U-Turn and Roost, honestly. And then I think if we're gonna run Rapid Spin on Toadscruel, I don't really think we need Defog on Corvi. So then Corviknight, mostly defensive, but I also want a little bit there in special defense. Hopefully to like try and take maybe 2 Shadow Balls from Goldengo, potentially. And maybe do it like this. Terror type Fire. So that if we don't have to rely on like a speed tie against other like Scarf Goldengos potentially, I think might be decent. So then we can fire Terra Blast. We could also catch Pokemon like Scizor off guard. I don't think a Celebro's in the game, so we don't have to worry about that. Mostly like Scizor and Goldengo, and like Magnezone is in this game still, so that as well. We don't have the Shed Shell. We could run Shed Shell, but we have U-Turn. So I think U-Turn, at least I'm pretty sure how it works, will deny Shed Shell. I think. I'm not 100% sure about that though. We'll do Shadow Ball. Make it focus and trick. I think that's fairly standard. And then yeah, Cerulege. We want Swords Dance, Bitter, Shadow Sneak, and Terra Grass. I think might be nice. 252 is all around probably. There might be a gratuitous on attack. I don't know, because if we have heavy duty boots, maybe we should run some bulk. But where do we take stats away from? Maybe speed? I don't know. Because the thing is, like, if you're running Endure, then I don't want to take any stats away from 252, to be honest. I think we kind of want to keep it as is. We can put The rest just right there. But or do we want to boost up our attack or our speed? Huh. That's a great question, isn't it? I don't know. Actually, I want to see if I can maybe like... Can I get like some music in here? I wonder if that's possible. Could I add like a music source? That'd be pretty cool, dude. Sources... No. What if I added like... I'm sure that's something you can do, right? I'm sure you can like... Yeah. Audio output capture. Or input. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I guess we'll do that for a later stream. But for now, we'll just stick with what we have. Let's see. Alright. Back to it. So, I guess we're deciding to... I think I could use the extra adamant, to be honest, with the Bitter Blade, Terra Blast. I think maybe putting it in the speed might be a little gratuitous, although if I had Endure, then I'd feel more confident about that, but without it, I don't know. But we'll stick with that for now. I think we'll stick with that. For Toad Scroll, let's put just max attack. I mean, no, max HP. We can invest a good amount in special defense. We can put like 96 here, and then the rest. How does that look? That looks pretty decent. That might be a lot to put in there, though. I'm gonna put a lot in special defense, actually. So for this one, we'll run Spore. Knockoff is a good choice. We will definitely want Rapid Spin, so we'll put that. Do we want to bother with hazards or not? Since we have Rapid Spin and not Defog, I feel like we might want to run Spikes, actually. And we don't really have an attacking move, so Earth Power. How do we feel about that? Taunt would be nice. Knockoff would be really nice. There's a lot of nice moves, actually. This is a Pokemon that would really like 5 or 6 moves, to be honest. Protect would also be cool. Scout out for Ice. Alright, we'll stick with that. This guy, I think we're gonna go Hydro, Thunderbolt, Willow. We'll put max there. We'll put some speed investment, rest in a special attack, I think, with nature. I think this is a nice set, to be honest. I like this one. Maybe a little more speed. Let's put a little more speed. We'll remove some of that. Well, I think that's a bit too much speed, actually. I'll stick with what my gut. I don't know what it is. I like running like 80 and 176. I don't know why. I just really like that spread. I literally cannot tell you why. Alright. So, one thing I wanted to do, hence the thumbnail, is something for Pommet. I assume something Iron Fist based, right? Iron Fist, there's Volt Absorb, Natural Cure. We'll put Iron Fist for now. Do I have something in a box? I do have a couple ideas here with a Double Shock, Life Orb. No band though. Scarf is also an idea, but I mean 105 base speed is pretty decent. Like, that's pretty good. It's definitely nothing to scoff at. But at the same time, does it need the extra damage if I run Double Shock? I feel like the extra speed might be more important, to be honest. I feel like that's more important. Could we outspeed like like rain users and stuff. If not, I mean, I doubt it because they're always just so freaking fast. Those freaking rain users, dude. So I doubt it, but we can always try that. All right, double shock. What else? Close combat, definitely. I don't really think we have to worry about ice punch, right? Mach punch is certainly an idea. Volt switch is also an idea. Terra type electric, which is what we want to keep. Fire punch, I don't really think we would need that. Play rough is an idea. Quick attack is an idea. But what would we need those for? Rock Tomb as like a mid-ground play would be interesting. Maybe Thunder Punch if for some reason we don't want to throw out Double Shock. But I feel like if we're going to throw out Double Shock, we kind of want to Terra anyway. If we're that confident. Seed Bomb's an excellent idea, actually. Against water ground types, right? Or just ground types in general. Which might be a good reason to run Ice Punch over Seed Bomb, now that I think about it. Alright, Ice Punch it is for ground types. Also hit water ground for okay, but I guess also close combat hits that pretty well, doesn't it? So do we really need Ice Punch if we have close combat, right? Because close combat, I'm sure, is boosted by Iron Fist, right? Punching attacks, like, come on. Maybe not, though. Actually, there's a good chance it doesn't. They might have not included that. Then there's always Mach Punch. I'll put Mach Punch for now. See, I feel like Fire Punch is just not nearly as useful with, you know, without like Ferrothorn or like maybe even a Scavalier to deal with. So like there's not a lot of Pokemon to really hit with Fire Punch, you know. So I'm thinking we want to actually omit that. Play Rough is an idea too, but what are we actually hitting with that? Like Dragon types? But we have, I guess that's a good reason to run Ice Punch too. I think Ice Punch overall is just a better choice, so we're going to stick with that. I think there's just a lot more reasons to click that. Alright, we'll go max. I'll put the last one there. Alright, so now who do we put with this? Electric type, what's the problem? Gets hit by fairies, get hit by ground type, hit by psychics. Okay, well, that's an easy pick. that's a really easy pick right there. Corviknight, I think, is a really good companion for Pommet here. And as you can see, I like putting Corviknight on my teams, dude. Corviknight's just great. Alright, so what do we want on this? What kind of hurts for Corviknight here? Like, what item do we want? I mean, do we want leftovers on this one? I don't know if Rocky Helmet would be that important. I think leftovers would be more important for longevity. Speaking of, did we even run Roost on this? We did. Alright, cool. I just want to make sure we got that. Okay, we want Brave Bird, excellent stab. We can run Defog on this one, unless we want to run something else. So I'll put Defog Roost, and then U-turn. I think that's kind of a tried and true set, isn't it? 252. Let's run. I might want to run like mid defense though, because if we're taking like fairy type attacks and psychic type attacks, then I might want to run extra special defense. I'll kind of run what I did before, at least close to what I did before. I'll put like 96, but a little bit extra special defense than I would normally would for Corviknight. If we're gonna take some like special attacking hits that Pommet would kind of get destroyed by, right? Okay, I like that. Alright, so what goes well with this? So, opposing electric types would be annoying. Fire types we kind of get destroyed by. Alright, let's pick a nice bulky water type. Toxapex is a choice. Alomomola is a choice. Maybe like Gastrodon actually sounds really nice. Yeah, I like the idea of Gastrodon. I like that a lot actually. Storm Drain sounds good. I'll put leftovers here for now. What do we run on this? He doesn't get toxic anymore, unfortunately. Recover's always great. He gets Stealth Rock now, so let's do that. Doesn't get Scald anymore either. Dang, the Gastrodon nerfs, I just realized. Toxic and Scald are gone. That hurts a lot. Ice Beam is a choice. Hydro Pump is a bit gratuitous. Surf is also a choice. Does he get Muddy Water? He does get Muddy Water. 85 accurate kind of sucks, though. 85%? Ugh. Icy Wind has mid-ground. A little bit techy, but not too bad, I don't think. I think we want to run Earth Power, though, for sure. And then the last one, Clear Smog is also a possibility. We already have the Ice-type coverage for Palmet. I think we might want to just run a Water-type. I think Shielding Water is just so weak, though. 50 base power. That's not really great. Muddy Water is too inaccurate. I'm just going to run Surf for now, I think. Unless, I could run Ice Beam, to be honest. I could do Ice Beam, but I don't feel too confident about that. We'll run a bit more of a special defensive set. Should we go, like, full, like, max special defense on this? If we want to do that, then do we want to take out some of this? We have leftovers, though, to help out with the recovery. So, let's just, do we want to reduce that just a little bit? And go a little bit more defense, since we're going max special defense here. I think that might not be a bad idea. Alright, so we have some decent, like, defensive coverage between Corviknight and Gastrodon, and this is like kind of almost like part of my favorite like defensive core. The only thing we're missing is Alolan Muck, which is not quite in the game yet. My favorite defensive core in singles. I love running, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone run this core before ever. Corviknight, Gastrodon, Alolan Muck. Those three Pokemon as a defensive core is so freaking strong. It's so underrated. So speaking of that, maybe we want some like dark type, like mid-ground Pokemon. The fact that Chi-Yu is still, these Pokemon are so broken, dude. Jeez. Alright, maybe something like in the middle then. Something that can resist like ghost type attacks. Something with like decent special defense. Chi-Yu is honestly a great option. Chi-Yu is honestly a fantastic option here. I'm kind of thinking I want to go Chi-Yu. I think that's a great option on this team. Specs to Wall Break, I think is a good idea. We'll go max speed. Put the extra in special defense. Alright, now what moves do we want? Overheat, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, and Psychic. Maybe a Terra Blast option. What do we want to Terra? Terra Dark isn't bad either. I really like Terra Dark. I think that would be nice to keep, but it's not like he gets much else, right? Other than fire moves, and Hex isn't great. Psychic is an option, but I don't think that's great either. What else could I run? Just a random Snarl? No. Ruination, but I'm hitting stuff for like so much damage anyway with choice specs that Ruination is kind of a waste, isn't it? Just the random taunt honestly is a possibility. Fire Blast, like triple fire type attack, like maybe that's a bit much, I think. Random Memento Tech. Maybe we just run Psychic then. What is really Psychic hit though that like Fire and Dark doesn't? Poison? No, not really. I can just overheat on a poison type, right? Or even Dark Pulse. Either or it works. Huh. I'm thinking we're on a Terra Blast and maybe not do Terra Dark, but Terra Dark is so strong on this. I want to keep Terra Dark. I want to keep that. I really like that a lot. So then that leaves us with the problem of what to go in the last slot. I guess going Psychic just by default, to be honest. I don't really see a point in running Fire Blast or Heat Wave if we have Flamethrower. I don't see a reason to run 4 fire attacks. I mean, sorry, 3 fire attacks. I'll just throw in Psychic for now. All right. So how are we looking right now? I think it's pretty solid so far. We do have a Stealth Rocker. We have a Defogger. We have a Choice Scarf with some nice speed. We have a Wall Breaker. Pommet deals with a lot of like special walls, like Blissey and whatnot. For Chi-Yu, yeah, that's pretty nice. Chi-Yu can come in on like Shadow Balls. Okay, I like this so far. Okay, what do we need then? I think this is a pretty like solid 4 Pokemon, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with this core. It feels pretty solid to me. We still have 2 more options though. What are we missing? I see someone's in the live. Anyone you wanna make any suggestion of who we should add to this group here? Because I think that's one of my weaknesses about team building is when I feel like really solid already about like a smaller squad of like 3 or 4 Pokemon, then I'm like stuck of like not like thinking about the weaknesses properly, and I'm trying to think of like what could really destroy this team. Let's check some really strong OU options. Annihilate, anything that we can like. Yeah, Mungus gets destroyed by Chi-Yu. Annihilate gets destroyed by Chi-Yu as well. Baxcalibur could be annoying. That's a threat for sure. What's Baxcalibur weak to? Opposing dragon types? Fairy. Can we get a fairy type? Let's get a fairy type on this team. I like that idea. Iron Valiant's possible. Azu, probably not. Maybe like a Scarf Gardevoir. Maybe Screamtail supports. Tinkaton with fake out support to like maybe stall screens and whatnot. That's possible. Because screens are going to be annoying for this team, I think. Well, we have Defog actually, so maybe not. Maybe not in that case. I think we're going to have plenty of options to get them in. I mean, there is Grimace Snarl with like Parting Shot. Is a fairy type. It's also dark type. I don't know if I want 2 dark types on this team, to be honest. Fairy, is there a fairy with U-turn? Dedenne? Maybe not. With Volt Switch, also Dedenne. Odds we run Dedenne on this team. That would be a terrible idea because of dual electric. That's a terrible idea. We're not doing that at all. I don't think Togekiss is in this game, is it? Man, that hurts. I love Togekiss. That's too bad. Iron Valiant might be a good pick here then. Maybe with booster energy on Quark Drive. Screamtail support is also an interesting thought. But we also take a lot from ghost types there as well. Dashbun. Azu for, well, we already have the water type. And so I don't really know if I want, because I mean Corviknight's weak to electric, Gastronon's weak to grass, Azu is weak to both. So it's like I don't really want that extra weakness. So I think another piece of defense that can cover for electric grass. Chi-Yu covers for grass, Pommet covers for electric, but I kind of want like maybe a mid-grounds defensive Pokemon that can deal with both. Potentially. We'll select Iron Valiant. The extra fighting type is like a little iffy, but let's title this Pommet, just a build for now. Quark Drive is the only ability with electric terrain or booster energy. Alright, what kind of stats? Jeez. Mixed attacker much? I'll just run a mixed attacker and go minus like special defense. That's a cool idea. Fairy fighting. So we do get like close combat. Do we run mixed? I kind of like the idea of running mixed. I like it. Spirit Break, we get that. Do we get Play Rough? No, we get Moonblast though, right? Okay, we get Moonblast, so we'll run that 100%. Close Combat as part of the mix-up, maybe? What other physical moves? Ice Punch, Knockoff, really random Leaf Blade. Poison Jab, Shadow Claw, X-Scissor, Headbutt. He doesn't get a lot of good physical moves, actually. Besides, like, Shadow Sneak. I think Shadow Sneak might actually be a good option, then. Could we run, like, a mock set of, like, how we did for Aegislash? Where we run, like, mixed and then go specs, but with, like, 2 physical attacks? Like, close combat and, draining whatever. That's an idea. So then what if we do Moonblast, Aura Sphere? Or do we risk the Focus Blast? Let's do Aura Sphere. I hate Focus Blast. Focus Blast is so annoying to use. If I can ever not use it, I prefer not to. But it does so much extra damage. If I want to run specs on it, it does so much extra damage. That's the problem. Do we want specs though? Because Chiyu already has specs. So do we really want to run double specs? That's a lot. That's a lot to put in a single Pokemon. Sash, Boots, Orb. Life Orb's not a bad idea, to be honest. I mean, we're not, like, that bulky either, you know? What if we run, like that? No, this. Sorry. Want to be as fast as possible. Also Booster Energy, actually, now that I think about it. Booster Energy. Let's go 31. Okay, it looks like speed is going to be the fastest if we put nature in there. So we'll basically, like, have a scarfed Pokemon. Huh. But that's the only way we actually get use out of Quark Drive. So what if he puts you in here? Yeah, still the same thing, huh? Alright. And we'll put the 4 there and attack. So then we'll run Close Combat and Shadow Sneak. So this is kind of like a mock set of how we ran Aegislash. Double special, double physical with before it was a rash nature, which I think is that, yeah. But we want the extra speed here, I think. Maybe with booster energy, I think is a good good run. Extra fast, we hit pretty hard. But we need some sort of mid-grounds defensive Pokemon, I think, for our last slot. So what do we run? I wonder. We could do... Huh. Someone... Maybe a Dragon type? A Dragon type is an option. Oh, let's choose the Terra type to some of these, actually. For you... I want Steel. Corviknight. I don't think it matters too much, but... we'll go no, not water. What if we want ground? That's a thought. Ground type Terra. For him. Yeah, we want electric right there. Geodark. Iron Valiant. Fairy is probably a good bet, to be honest. Let's do that. Alright. So for our last one, Cyclizar with the Shed Tail is a possibility. Thinking someone with like boots for a mid-ground, right? Ting Yu is an option. Iron, maybe. Garganacl, no. Garchomp. I like that idea, actually. But what do we run on you? Do you want to do like a Yachi thing? Maybe, what if we ran like this? But the thing is we have defog, right? So if we try to run like Spike's Stealth Rock, we'll probably have to end up defogging those away, right? So maybe we do run offensive Garchomp. Or like a Sword Stance defensive. But I don't have any speed. Maybe like a defensive Dragon Dance. It's kind of a goofy set though, isn't it? Defensive Dragon Dance. So what if I did it like this? You know? Run lefties. Oh, doesn't get Dragon Dance. Never mind. Then Swords Dance. Earthquake. Stone Edge Protect for scouting. Interesting set. That's all I can say about that. That certainly is a thought. Let's put that there. So like HP invested Swords Dance. Max speed. I don't really know what we get out of this though exactly. Like it's kind of goofy and kind of like haha it's a HP investment, but it's like what do we actually like get by running this? You know what I mean? We get scouting with Protect, but like we're not really fast enough to be a threat. We don't have any like priority moves, you know what I mean? Unless we ran like a defensive Terra, then maybe we could get something done. So if we want to run like Steel Terra, then maybe we get something done there. Or like a Terra Blast. Like if a Fairy type wants to like come in on me, which is probably not gonna happen. But like if we get like a Corviknight on us, like we got Palmet, you know what I mean? So like I don't really know if we have to really contest that with Garchomp. Like we can go into like our own Corviknight on their Corviknight, then you turn into our Palmet to get in safely, you know? As long if they want to stay in. If they don't, then if they hard switch or they U-turn themselves, then like we can get in like Chi-Yu or Iron Valiant, you know? Because it's like I don't really know exactly what we get with this Garchomp, but it's certainly an idea. All right, we'll stick with that for now, and kind of just see how that goes. All right, that's now a test set. So there you go. There's our second team we want to test. Then let's figure out one more team here. Who do we want to be in here? Baxcalibur. What does Thermal Exchange do? This Pokemon's attack is raised by 1 stage when hit by a fire move. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. No, I don't really want that. We already have Ceruledge on our other team. So, Great Tusk. I don't really want to answer that door, John. I don't really want to answer that. Do I have to answer the door? Okay. I'll take that as a no. Alright. Roaring Moon. Quaquavel, maybe? Let's do a Quaquavel team. With Moxie. Lefties bulk up set. Interesting idea. Oh god. Jesus Christ. This is not how I expected my life to go here. Close combat. This bitch gets roost. Damn. Well, shit. Run a little bit of speed, mostly that, and then the rest in like special defense. Is this like is this a goofy ass set? Is this a goofy ass set right here? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, sure thing. All right, guys. We're playing Connect Crab. You ever played Connect Crab, dude? Alright, what do we want for this then? Probably ground type. Something that can eat up. Is there a steel ground type? Iron Shreds. Alright. What can we do with Iron Shreds? I'm not using actually honestly that's hold on, let me think about that theoretically, okay? What does Amoonguss do for us here? We can switch into grass and poison type attacks. Maybe that's a alright, I'm gonna remove Iron Shreds. Alright, so let's look at this duo that we have, right? Amoonguss I think is UU. Oh no, he's OU right now. Like we can switch into grass type attacks. Stop. We will want to run Regenerator. We can, we want to run probably a special defensive, right? We can Spore into certain things, but, I mean, why do we want to really switch an Amoonguss into here? Because we get destroyed by Psychics either way, which kind of sucks, which Iron Shreds prevents. We still get hit by... Well, we get hit more by ground types with Iron Shreds as well, so maybe not. I mean, honestly, like, I know you said that as a meme, but like that actually might not be like a bad choice for a quick Wave-O. Because it eats up grass and electric type attacks, which is kind of what we want, right? Because there's not really any like... There's not really a lot of physical grass types that are really dangerous right now, is there? Alright, we'll put that in for now. I think we're just gonna go max special defense, to be honest. It's basically Rayquaza. That is one way of thinking about it. Alright, what Spore? Giga. What else? Sludge Bomb is a good option. Wait, hold on. What are Rayquaza's stats, actually? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty similar. Base attack, 85. Base attack, 150. I think that's pretty close, actually, yeah. No, I think you have a good point there. Yeah. Pretty close, I'd say, stats-wise. Sludge Bomb... I kind of like the idea of running Sludge Bomb or Clear Smog. And then, do we have a recovery move? Synthesis, yeah. Alright. I mean, maybe on some teams, yeah. Have you ever asked what Rayquaza wants to be, dude? Shut up. Sludge Bomb and... Yeah, we got some hot girls in the chat. Let's go! Can we get some hot girls in the chat? If you guys want hot photos of her sister, feel free to click on that link. Feel free to do that. Not sponsored though. Not sponsored. I'm just a big fan. I'm a big fan of 69xxx.fun. I'm literally not gonna delete those comments. I'm gonna keep them on there just in case you guys want to click on the link. Okay. Just for you guys. It's my treat. It's my treat. All right. What else do we want to put on here? I still like the idea of Iron Treads, to be honest. Iron Tread just seems kind of fun. Want to run a booster energy set? I think we have to run Adamant though, right? Yeah, we do if we want to do attack boost. You better get Earthquake. You better freaking get that move. Iron Head. What else? Could be a Stealth Rocker too. Gets Volt Switch for whatever freaking reason. What Terra type? Flying? That's kind of cool, actually. A little random, but kind of cool. We'll run Rapid Spin. I do like that. Rapid Spin for sure. Knock off mid-ground play. Then there's no point in running Flying Terra then. In that case... Normal? Or no? No, not normal. Bug? Run bug type Terra? I don't think so. Grass is an idea. Or do we just want to boost Iron Head damage and just go pure steel? I think we'll do that for now. We don't want water type on this. I think we want to go fairy on Quaquaval. Amogus doesn't matter too much. But we'll do flying. Could do ground. No, not ground. Water. A little random, but I mean that's not bad defensively, right? Just go pure steel there. We'll throw this right on that. Alright. I gotta say, I feel way worse about how this team is going than the Pommet team. Like, I had, like, these 3 Mons, and I felt really good. And then we added Chiyu, and I felt really good. Like, really, really good. I still have to decide about Iron Valley and Garchomp, I think, though. But this team, I don't know. I just look at this, and I'm like, it doesn't really... I don't know what it is. It just, like, doesn't, like, work in my head. You know, maybe it's... You know, obviously it might be different, like, actually playing, but... It's like, huh. Oh, Asher, if you're still in the live, congrats on your thingy. I don't even know if you got it 100%, but like I'm pretty sure that you did. If I had to guess, I have no doubt that you finished with an epic score of 100%. So congrats on that. I don't even have to ask if you actually did it or not, because I already know that you did it. So congrats, bro. Okay. Something definitely defensive here. Something to... Yeah, no problem, dude. And I can tell that you're done with it because you're back on the grid now. I always know that like you just have something really, really busy going on if you're not, you know, on chats or Discord or whatever. Basically a 2-hour exam where 4 professors are grilling me about ideas. Yeah, I know for a fact that like you spent so many hours prepping for that 2-hour exam. I know that you were going pretty much night and day. So well deserved for sure. Hmm. 4 a.m. mornings for a few weeks, and I've been pulling in super long days for like, yep. No, I know. Yeah. No, I know you enough that that's exactly what I expect from you. Yeah, I'm sure it was nuts. But, you're pretty much out of it now, right? Welcome Bunlop. How's it going? Same though. I don't know if I don't know about that. 4 a.m. mornings. I don't know. If you do, that's dedication though. Those courses really kicking the ass, you know. The more and more I look at the Amoongus, the more I don't like having it on the team, actually. Yeah, I'm all about degree. I just work like it's my regular job until I finish up. Alright, nice. So just kind of going through it now. That's good. How long do you have? If I had to guess, I would just throw out like 6 months. Yeah, Red Dead. You and your Red Dead obsession. I actually almost bought it because it was on sale. So, 3 years. Oof, damn. Shee. Well, that's the master's degree right there, right? That's your PhD, right? PhD, isn't it? Yeah. Well, at least you got some. You like that 2-hour exam is kind of seems like it's kind of early in the PhD career, so at least that's done, right? Imagine you go through like 3 years and then like then you do the exam and then you get kicked out of the program like that. That would be, man, oof. At this point, I can drop out with a master's. Yeah, I'd peg you as a dropout, honestly. Yeah. Pouring 4 a.m. mornings. Yeah. That's probably a dropout material if I had to like just put out a wild guess, you know. Yeah, that's what I figure. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if you fail once that they kick you out. To be honest, that honestly wouldn't really surprise me. I would say it's nice that at least like you get a second shot. That is pretty good. Yeah, if I had to guess, like one time, I mean, if you have 2 hours to make your case and you fail, like, I mean, what's the point of even doing it a second time? You know what I mean? If you like don't do the work to pass the first time, like, I don't know. It seems like that's a program that one fail and like at least they put you on like some sort of academic probation or something. Maybe they don't like kick you out, but like academic probation or something, which actually might be a thing. But obviously, I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Asher, but the more I look at the Amoongus, the more I don't like having it, but also the more I look at the Iron Treads, the more I don't like having that either. What do you guys think? I want to get rid of one of these. Honestly, quite a few people have dropped out of the program at this point. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm sure some of the kids, it kicks their ass. I'm sure it kicks their ass. I have no doubt about that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, instead of Amoongus, who do I put? Among Us. Who do I put? Personally, I'd start from scratch. I want to do Quick Quavel, bro. Honestly, like, you're honestly not far off. Like, sometimes when I'm stuck on this like that, like, at a point, I'm kind of like, all right, maybe I just need to, like, go from scratch. So, like, you're honestly not far off. Porygon Z's not in the game, unfortunately. I can show you right here. Yep. Illegal. Not legal. Hi, doggy. Hey. Hey. Heck. Yeah, I know. It sucks. Nintendo's kind of a bitch for that, dude. Well, thing is, I don't like that I'm stuck with this, so I'm just gonna delete that. Usually, if I'm stuck, like, so, like, when I work on the Pommet team, like, I kind of could just, like, I start with Pommet, and I'm like, okay, what's Pommet weak to? Doesn't like fairy types, doesn't like psychics, doesn't like ground types. What can I do? All right, Corviknight. What does Corviknight have trouble with? Okay, it has trouble with fire types, has trouble with electric types. Pommet kind of covers that for a little bit, but, like, who can I pair with Corviknight? Okay, Gastrodon. Now, what does Pommet do that you know, Corviknight and Gastrodon can't check. Okay, so what about like ghost type Pokemon, right? And so, okay, I can put Chi-Yu on there, and it also works as good neutral. So it's like, in this case, like everything was just kind of like flowing pretty naturally, and it was kind of obvious like what I wanted, you know, and it was easy to like figure out who I needed until I got to these two. These two I can definitely change around, but like when I look at these four as a core, I feel very confident about that. The two on the bottom here I can probably change up, but these four, like, I think are really, really solid. And like when I went with like this team, for example, like I started with Medicham, and then I said, okay, I need something that can, you know, come into certain attacks that can like block a rapid spin, can deal with defensive Pokemon that check Medicham. Goldengo. I can also pair a Choice Scarf with them. You know, I can outspeed Pokemon like Dragapult that would also check Medicham. So that's like, okay, great. What does Goldengo have problems with? Well, Goldengo has the same typing as Aegislash, so I know at least a little bit about that. And so what can I do with that? You know, so it's like it has problems with fire types, and with ground types. So I'll put Rotom Wash with, you know, water type with Levitate, and so it's like, you know what I mean? It's like it usually becomes obvious if you have a good lineup. It's usually not that hard to like come up with your team, like pretty quickly. So Elpis. Okay, dude, did they lose? Shit. I meant to watch the game today, but I didn't get to it. I've actually been moderately busy for a Saturday. Been kind of nonstop today. Technically I count this as work. 3-1. Okay, at least they scored a goal though. I know. Yeah. I know that they were the underdog, so I'm not too surprised that they lost to Netherlands, but it's still like a little heartbreaking. You know, it would have been nice to come out on top, right? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but at Hershey Middle School, dude, like, World Cup is huge there now. I don't know what it is, but Pulisic got the assist. Damn, that's cool. Hell yeah. I don't know. I don't think I ever told you guys this, but like, so like Pulisic was in middle school when we were in middle school, right, Asher? Like, I remember that like pretty specifically. I think he was in 6th grade when we were in 8th grade, if I had to guess. At least like I'm pretty sure. I could be remembering that wrong, but I think that's what it was, right? And I remember like in gym class, right? Oh wait, let's choose someone. I remember in gym class that I was looking at, like, there were some kids like talking about like, oh, like Christian's really good at soccer. He's like really athletic and stuff. I'm like, okay, like whatever. Like, there's lots of kids good at soccer, right? And this is me in 8th grade, you know, just kind of being an asshole. But then I looked on the on like the records, like the mile time records, like the bench record, that kind of stuff, right? I was looking at the records, and out of the whole middle school, like 8th graders, 7th graders included, the 6th grader, Christian Pulisic, had a sub 5-minute mile, which means that he was running at, you know, at least 12 miles per hour for a straight 5 minutes, right? I remember when I saw that, I was like, okay, all right. After seeing that, I was like, okay, this kid's a different. I feel like he's gonna go places. I remember so vividly, I was like, okay, I think this kid's gonna go pretty far. Little did I know how far he would go. Coincidentally, I was right. But just from seeing the mile time, I just had this like gut feeling. I was like, he's gonna go places 100%. But little did I know, like, I didn't expect him to go that far though. Honestly, didn't expect it to be like that. Wouldn't have been my first guess. Like, literally World Cup material would have not been my first go-to for that. So, man, what a guy. Kicking ass, taking names, working hard. President's fitness standards over. Hey, and honestly, that kind of inspired me to I mean, that's my goal. My goal, like, I will be happy with my fitness level once I can hit a sub 5-minute mile. That's when I'm going to be happy with where I'm at. We're in the process of, like, you know, losing weight again and getting fit. I'm running, I'm getting stronger, lifting weights and everything, right? And, like, we're doing a pretty good job. We're being consistent. It's been 3 months now since I started this run, and this time I'm fully committed, and we're like, that's my goal. I will not stop until I can run a sub 5-minute mile. I won't be happy until I can run that. And so part of that comes from like seeing that number there when I was in 8th grade and seeing that he could run a sub 5. And that was at a time where I was running a 9:30 mile. Uh, and even now, I mean, my personal record now for like, which was 2 days ago, is a 7:39. So like, I'm still more fit, even more than I was in middle school, or high school, right? I never got above a 9:30. So technically, I'm more fit than I've ever been as far as cardio wise. Maybe not weight wise, but we'll get there, right? But it's like, yeah, it's like it doesn't like it's it's not much like in hindsight, but when you look at like the progress, I think like relative to like my like work ethic, which has kind of never been strong, up to like how I am now, there's like a pretty big difference. You know what I mean? And so like hitting a 7:39 in retrospect and uh like relatively speaking is a pretty big improvement, and like I'm going all the way up. Like I've already like made like the choice. I've made the conscious decision. I'm not going to stop until I can get a sub 5. And I did I had to do a little bit of rethinking because when I could only I tried to like I ran a tenth of a mile at 10 miles per hour, and I was winded. It was like, shit, I'm done. Oh man, that was I couldn't like help but like laugh at myself for that one, and I was like, all right, I'll try to like So I ran, I think it was like 0.6 miles, right? And this was like during my record, and I would run an extra mile up for every tenth of a mile, and so when I was at 0.9, I was running at 10 miles per hour for that last, tenth of a mile. And then after that, when I finished that, I was winded. And, ugh, jeez. Weight is an okay metric, but if you're banking out mile sprints, you're going to get yoked to the thighs, so I wouldn't worry about that as much as the mile times. Yeah, I know. I mean, but like the whole reason I kind of like started it was like originally to lose weight, so I still want to do that. That's still like a big part of what I'm doing. Like, and I think like slimming down is also gonna help, with my mile times as well. And I'm also like keeping track of my 2 mile time. So my 2 mile time has also been getting lower and lower, and also like my average speed for every 2 miles that I run has been getting higher. So I used to run it at a 5.5, which was kind of just a brisk jog. Then I ran it at a 6. Then I ran it at a 6.2. Then I ran out of 6.5. Now I'm kind of getting up to like 7 miles per hour on average for 2 miles. And I'm able to do that like consistently like every time. Almost. We're almost up there. But 6.5 like for sure. So like my average is also going up over time, right? But yeah, I can feel when I do those like sprints like 9-10 miles per hour, that's I can definitely feel my thighs getting hit with those. You're gonna sign up for a 5. And that's never really been a thing that I wanted to do, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but it's like, so I had 2 goals. Hold on, I'm gonna yell because I have to get my charger real quick. Actually, maybe I won't yell. That's probably actually not smart. How about I don't do that? Be right back. I'm getting my charger. Feel free to like and subscribe. Sign up for my OnlyFans feet pics every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central. Alright. I'm gonna get my water too. Oh, and that's another thing. For the past like I think like 2 months now, I've been pretty much drinking like only water. Like literally just water. I think I had 1 Coke and 1 glass of ginger beer for like the past like 2 or 3 months. It's literally like I just drink water. Yeah, it's the dining room. Yeah, the kitchen is right across from me right there. Yeah, at the table. Except with vinegar. Ooh, vinegar water. Okay, what's the reasoning behind that? I'm curious. Is it just like a little bit of vinegar, like a dash of vinegar? Is it like a nutrition thing, or is it like a digestion thing? All right. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, no. I should have guessed the first time. Yeah, no, literally just okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so what I was saying about like why I have the goals I do, right? So the first goal was like just that I could run 2 miles without stopping because I've never been able to do that. Never in my life had I been able to run 2 miles without stopping. Even in like high school, middle school, after a mile, winded, just done, heaving, stitches, just I couldn't. I never did cardio, right? Even in high school, I could do like almost like nearly 30 pull-ups in high school, right? I think I did 28 pull-ups in my strength and conditioning class. 28 pull-ups. That's pretty decent. I couldn't I couldn't run past a mile, dude. Like what is that? It's just like cardio is never my strong point. And so like my goal kind of around it was I remember Jonah Vandy High. You met him, Asher. Jonah Vandy. You probably know exactly who I'm talking about, but Jonah, we went to the gym one time in Rexburg, and he ran 2 miles on the treadmill, and he hadn't run for years, you know. And I was just like hitting the bag over in a different room, and then he came in like sweating, you know, like really like heaving, breathing heavily. And I was like, okay, what like how far did you get? And he said 2 miles, and I was like 2 miles. Like how long has it been since you've run? He's like, oh, like a couple of years. And I'm like, this dude hasn't like worked out in like 2 years and he just ran 2 miles. And I was like, bro, I can't run for shit. Just like my thought at that point, you know what I mean? And so I was like, all right, that was what sparked my main goal is like to be able to run 2 miles consistently, which I can now do, like no problem. So I've already achieved that goal. I can run 2 miles every morning, pretty much. I do take rest days because sometimes I don't get like as much sleep as I need, you know. I'm also on like quite a bit of a calorie deficit, especially on some days more than others. But yeah, it's really like they're not like crazy achievements, but again, in like relatively speaking, it's just you know like I'm getting better and better. Like that's kind of the point, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't even touch that in high school, right? But now I can do that every day. Every time I run, I can hit 2 miles, you know? Unless I'm like really, really low on sleep, you know, if I'm like hurting real bad, a mile and a half. You know what I mean? And that's like on a bad day. That's on like a pretty bad day. A mile and a half, right? So I can do 2 miles consistently, right? And then, you know, I thought back to eighth grade, right? Where I saw the freaking 5 minute mile. And then that's what like, okay, so I've hit like the baseline goal, right? Which is the 2 miles consistently. Then, like if you're running further than you ever have been able to, it's big. Yeah, exactly. It's just like the progress, you know what I mean? As long as like you see that progress, like it is big. Yeah. As long as you see that progression and you actually like see the results of like your hard work, then it's like, yeah, it's big. And then but I'm trying to figure out like what is it that's going to get me to like the peak of what I like want to be physically, right? And so I was thinking like maybe like a certain weight point, you know, it's like if I can get like, you know, sub 150 pounds, like I can hit like 149 pounds, right? It's like, okay, but it's like, that doesn't mean I'm fit though. That just means that I lost weight. And it also like could mean that if I lost weight at a really like at a dangerous rate, you know, I'm eating like 500 calories a day or something, then like that's not healthy. That's the opposite of healthy. You know, I'm at a lower weight, but that's not healthy at all, and that's not fit at all. And so it's like, okay, so that I'm dropping that idea, right? Like I still want to lose weight, and I'm gonna lose weight, but it's like, you know, that's not gonna be my baseline for like where I want to be. And so I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? And so it's like, okay, like I can focus on, like, what if I can run 5 miles without stopping? And I'm like, okay, that's a pretty good one. Like I like that one. And that's something that is kind of on the back burner. Like I want to be able to run 5 miles without stopping at least like 6 miles per hour average, right? Like that's something that I still kind of want to do. But I'm like, okay, that's a pretty good place to be. But like I also want to get like stronger burst wise. And so it's like, okay, what can I do with that? Well, I can increase my mile time. What can I increase my mile time to? And then that's what I remembered in 8th grade, where I saw that mile time from Pulisic of sub 5 minutes. And I was like, that's it, right there. If I can hit a sub 5 minute mile, that will be the point where I will be happy with my like burst potential and my fitness level, as far as like my burst energy goes. Then I kind of want to work more towards, and I think that will also help me work more towards the 5 mile run without stopping. So thought about tracking things like squats, bench press, etc. Not really, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but I've never been one for like I do enjoy weights, and I really, really do see the value in weight training. Because like not only are you like burning calories and like building up your like, so like you're burning calories during the workout, you're breaking down your muscles to then build it up with protein and water, and then your body's also burning calories, repairing your body after the workout. You know what I mean? So it's like it really is like, you know, a very much a win-win-win kind of situation, you know. And so yeah, I do like the idea of weight training, but tracking squats, bench presses, and whatnot, that's never, I don't know what it is, but that's never been on my radar. Like even in high school, when I was like doing stuff like that, I never really, my heart was never in it. I never really cared about that. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing of like where I'm tracking my mile time. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same idea. So I do see the value in it, but I think it's just like my personal preference. I think that's literally all that is. It's just my personal preference. I never really like cared as much about it. But it's definitely a thought though, and I do want to get stronger in like my different muscle groups. But I think that's something I'm less educated on, is like weight training and training my muscle, like different muscle groups and whatnot, is something that I'm just not as educated on. Like when it comes to like losing weight, when it comes to like cardio and like what it takes to like improve cardio and lose weight, like that's something that now I kind of have down to a formula pretty much. Like I can do that no problem. You know what I mean? I've learned how to do it. I've failed enough. I've done enough research that I can do. Weight training is kind of a different thing. You know what I mean? And it is like a different process and a different goal, right? Like losing weight and like building cardio is like different from weight training. You know what I mean? And so it's a very different, like, I kind of want to focus on like 2 things at a time rather than 3 kind of thing, you know? For that, well, I'm smaller and can run faster, is that healthier, or am I smaller type thing? If you're running faster, you can squat more at the same time. It's definitely a yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that's why I kind of enjoy cardio as well, because it's also kind of a win-win-win, right? Like my legs are getting stronger. My heart and my my heart's ability to pump oxygen around my body and blood around my body is getting stronger, and my oxygen efficiency is getting stronger, which means I'm gonna live longer. So you know what I mean. So cardio is another win-win-win, where it also does help with my muscles, right? And even my arms. Like I'm pumping my arms, so it's like that. I'm also like working parts of my body, less intensely, but I'm also working other parts of my body, not just my legs. You know what I mean? I think there was a mile run that I did that I held dumbbells, and so I'm swinging dumbbells around, and I was even like doing bicep curls doing it. It was goofy as hell, and I don't know if I'll ever do that again, but there was a mile where I did do that. So I wanted to test it out and see how it would go. So yeah, there's kind of value either way. But I think like for me, cardio has always been like the weak point for me. You know what I mean? Like I've done weight training and stuff. In high school I was pretty strong. I was thin. I could do pull-ups were probably my strongest area besides the leg press. The leg press I could do pretty high at the time, and pull-ups I could just hash it out. But like cardio was just terrible. So yeah, I mean pretty much. I'm addressing the weak point first. So it's like that's always been the weak point, and the goal for me is to just get healthier. Like that's like everything revolves around that. Prolonging my life, being healthy, you know, building good habits, you know what I mean? And so I think that cardio was kind of like part of the key that kind of like clicked to help get that going. So I can't run unless I'm in nature, otherwise I get bored. Yeah, you have a point there. Yeah, it is. It is like, it is different, isn't it? Yeah. So I usually do run on the treadmill, and it does get boring. It does get boring. At least with weight training, like typically you're like each set isn't really that long. You know what I mean? But when you're running for a while, right? And it's monotonous. It's fairly time consuming, especially when you're like just starting. Well, actually, not really. Kind of when you're in the middle, you know what I mean? Where like you're running at a slower pace, but at a longer distance, it takes a while. You know what I mean? And so at a certain point, kind of in the mid rung, I would say it definitely just takes a lot of time. So yeah, I get that for sure. But it's I don't I feel like I just gotten a bit more desensitized to it. And it's also an exercise in discipline for me too, which again is like kind of a weak point for me. And it's like I run when, especially like when I don't want to, you know what I mean? So it's also an exercise in discipline. I can't even watch TV episodes because my head's bobbing up and down. Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't watch TV when I do it either. So it's shut up. So what I do, I just listen to music. Literally, I listen to music and I let my imagination go. That's how I do it. That's my method. It kind of like reading a book, but with music, and that's what I do when I'm running. I picture things in my head as I'm listening to music, and that helps pass the time. Sometimes I think about other things, and then there are some points. It's kind of rare still, but there are some points where, like, I forget that I'm running, and I'm not even thinking about like how tired I am, or like, you know, the rate that I'm going, or how long I've been running, and I like lose track. You know, I basically like zone out. You know what I mean? And the music kind of helps me do that, where I just completely zone out, and I like, and then I realize, and then like when I snap back, and then like I remember like, oh shoot, I'm like really tired, but I don't realize it until I snap back. So it kind of allows me to run longer if I can get in that mental state where I start to like daydream. You know what I mean? And then music kind of also helps me with that. So I've been trying to like get into that state more because it allows me to run longer without like thinking about, oh, I'm tired, you know, but I gotta keep going. I'm tired, and I'm kind of running out of stamina, you know. But like once I like, yeah, it is kind of like a meditative thing, isn't it? Yeah. Mhm. It is similar to that, where it's like you kind of just like stop thinking about it. You know what I mean? So every time I run, I'm listening to music. Every time. I've tried to like put TV on. I don't really like it. I can't really focus on it. You know, not a fan. All right. Well, maybe we should just stick with 2 teams for now. We're only at an hour of the live stream, so I might stream a little bit longer. We'll do one more team and then we'll call it. But I gotta figure out what the hell I want to build this around, though. Any suggestions? I'm open. Cacturn? Ooh, come on. Tell me that building a team around Cacturn isn't heat. Tell me that's not heat. Come on. Come on. I know you like that. Come on, dude. There's no way you don't like this. This idea. Literally no possible way you don't like this. Shut up. Alright, what do we run on this? Sucker Punch for sure. He gets knockoff? No knockoff. Seed Bomb, yep. And Spikes? Stomping Tantrum. Terra Blast? Ooh. I still think we should go Dark though. Dark Terra, to be honest. Gets rid of our grass typing, which means it gets rid of a lot of our weaknesses as well. So let's not do Terra Blast. Low Kick is an option. Poison Jab. Taunt? Protect is also good. Power Trip. Plus 20 for each of the stat boosts. We only have Swords Dance, though. No, not... Trailblaze? I mean, speed's already so low. I don't think Trailblaze makes a big difference. Especially if we have Sucker. Drain. I might change that. Drain Punch, but... we can hit Steel types pretty hard with that. Especially if it's defensive, right? Alright, that's the plan. We'll go... Adamant and that. Very weak defensively, though. That's the problem. But actually, I feel like this damage is pretty, like, substantial. Like, Banded Sucker Punch with Dark-type Terra, with Life Orb, with Swords Dance on 115 base attack is pretty strong. And Adamant. That's, like... that's kind of gross. I'm not going to lie. I feel like that's pretty strong. Alright, what can we do about this, though? Cacturn has a million weaknesses. Flying, fighting, ice, bug, fairy. Yeah, there's a lot. Fire. That's 6 just off the top of my head. 6 weaknesses. Off rip. Off rip. Alright. What deals with all of that? Steel type is always a safe option, isn't it? Water is actually a great pick. Defensive water type. Toxapex is actually a really good pick, I think. Actually, that's a really good pairing. Now that I think about it. That's a fantastic pairing. I like that a lot. I'm kind of a bitch for using Toxapex, because Toxapex is kind of a bitch, but it's a good enough pairing, and we're using Cacturn that I feel okay about it. And, how do you say? Stall got nerfed anyway, so it's all good. We do get Toxic still, so let's run that. Toxic, Recover, Ice Spinner, no, Poison Jab. Poison Jab? Not a bad idea. What else can we do? Ice Beam. Maybe we should run Physical, actually. Well, maybe not. Maybe Poison Jab for the Poison chance, but we already have Toxic. Huh. Icy Wind for a mid-ground? I don't think you get knockoff anymore, do you? Nope. Dang. Toxapex got nerfed, though, so I guess I don't feel too bad. Acid Spray as a way to support maybe Pokemon coming in after the fact. If I run Ice Beam, like if Dragonite wants to come in, so if like Dragonite's in on Cacturn, and I bring in Toxapex and I have an Ice Beam, Dragonite is screwed. Right? I can also deal with terrain with Ice Spinner. I like that idea. That's an extra tech that we can use. And like Garchomp as well. Pokemon like Garchomp. Yeah, because Cacturn won't touch Dragonite. If it comes out with multi-scale, it's not going to touch that. And if it wants to Terra Extreme Speed, then we're kind of screwed unless we have defensive Toxapex. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Defensive Toxapex. We'll do good amount there. And okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I like that a lot. All right, Cacturn. Build. Alright. Flying type? Maybe. Cacturn also gets destroyed by, what, Grounds and Psychic, but that's also good for Cacturn. That's kind of why I think it's a good pairing, too, because Cacturn does resist Ground and is immune to Psychic, both things that Toxapex are weak to. There's also Lightning. So, Grounds, Psychic. So, let's do a Ground type. Clodsire is an idea, but probably not a good one. Great Tusk. Not a bad idea either. Ting-Lu defensively. Garchomp's more of a defensive mon. I want something more of a mid-grounds. The poison. Stop! Freaking poison Rayquaza head ass. There's Toad Scroll. Nah, we don't get anything from having an extra grass type Pokemon though, that's the problem. Gastrodon is also another good pick, actually. Double water type. Because Toxapex won't take too much and Cacturn won't take a lot, right? Gastrodon also does give us the Stealth Rock option. So going like double water type defensive core might actually not be a bad idea. We also get the electric type immunity from Gastrodon as well. You get the Storm Drain support, although that's not as important. What if we ran Rindo Berry? Would that work? Stealth Rock. Recover. Doesn't get toxic anymore, right? Earth Power and Ice Beam. But if we run Ice Beam on that, then do we have to bother doing it on Toxapex, the Ice Spinner? Probably not. We can go double hazards then. We want to do that? I think that's a good idea. Because that will help out Cacturn a lot, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, so in that case, we'll run Goldengo as a way to block Rapid Spin and Defog. I like that. Alright, people are starting to come. Alright. Yeah, good chatting, bro. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you, dog. Much appreciated. Have a good night. Alright, Choice Scarf. We'll run Heavy Special. Shadow. Make it. Focus. Trick. Pretty standard. Okay. Cool with that. We need a Rapid Spinner of our own, though. Cyclizar. Heavy Duty Boots Cyclizar. I don't feel too comfortable with that. Avalugg. Nah. I'm feeling Great Tusk or Iron Treads. Who has higher defenses? Well, Great Tusk is bulkier on the physical side, but then Iron Treads has extra. What if we ran Assault Vest? One of these. But which one? Oh. I'm leaning towards Assault Vested Great Tusk. Sunny day, right? We don't get a Sunny Day boost with Cacturn, unfortunately. What if... Okay. Do we run... Shoot. Do we want to run Close Combat, though? I think we can afford to run Iron Treads, actually. We'll do that. We'll do that. I think I prefer that more, actually. Alright, Assault Vest. Now, what are our options here? Earthquake, yes. Oh, if we want Earthquake, I might want to rid of Earth Power here, though. For Surf? Yeah, we're not running a, or Ice Beam. Ice Beam hits. 92. Huh. Maybe we can run Liquidation for the defense drop chance. Or... Haze. Not a bad idea. I'll put Haze there for now, actually. And then we'll run... What did I say? Ice Beam on this? Let's do that. Okay, Earthquake, Iron Head, Rapid Spin, and... We got Heavy Slam. Is Heavy Slam more powerful? The heavier the user than the target. Maybe Iron Head's better. Also got a flinch chance. Because we're actually pretty fast, aren't we? Yeah. I like that. And knockoff? I'm cool with that. I like that a lot. Like it a lot. Alright, let's get some nice spadef there. And go full defensive. I like that, actually. Defensive Iron Treads might actually be heat, dude. That might actually hit, like, pretty hard. I like that a lot. Assault Vested Iron Treads. I think that's a new one for me to see. Still, that's a cool tech. We get some nice rapid spin support. We're not weak to rocks. No sustain on that, which is a little rough. Speaking of sustain, do we want a Wish Passer? I don't think it's that important, but... Because you don't get anything to sustain, do you? Yeah, I don't think so. Steel Roller? Ooh, that's a cool move. That's a cool freaking move. That's a cool idea, man. Shoot. Something else maybe. Alright. What's our last one here? Well, we've got 3 bulky Pokemon. We have a Setup Sweeper. We have a Scarfer. So maybe a Stall Breaker. Something like Banded or something that easily sets up that denies like Toxic. Huh. Not Skeledirge. Roaring Moon is an idea. But we also have 3 Pokemon that are immune to Toxic, right? So maybe that's not a big idea. Yeah, I don't think that really matters too much, huh? Alright, we'll kind of just put that out of our mind then. Dragonite is... nah. Because we have what? Weakness to ice, right? Weakness, neutral, resistance, and neutral. So we don't want anything ice weak. Our only resist is Gholdengo. So no Dragapult, no Dragonite, no Garchomp, nothing like that. Ditto is an option, honestly. That's like not a terrible choice. No Cyclizar, no Breloom. Excalibur maybe, but probably not. Oh, let's pick Terra type. I think I'm gonna go Terra Fighting. And then for you, Terra Steel, right? Yep. I think that's good. Or Earthquake does have higher base power. But like, what if they get like Terra flying? You know what I mean? Or like go into Corviknight. Like, I ain't hitting Corviknight for shit if I Terra Steel, or Terra Ground rather, or Terra Steel, but even less with Terra Ground for literally nothing. I think we'll stick with Steel for now, if anything, that for defensively. Chien-Pao is potentially an option, actually. What if I went Choice Band Chien-Pao? Not bad. Not bad. I think that could break through some pretty physical Pokemon with Crunch and whatnot. But we also have Sucker Punch, so we'll be going into battle with 2 physical dark types. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, we'll put that on the back burner for now. We'll put someone else in. Might be nice to have. Well. Ooh, Cryogonal. Bro, I miss Cryogonal. Dang. I miss that. Specs Cryo? Am I crazy right now and I'm going to run Specs Cryogonal? It's kind of a stupid idea. Weavile is possible. Need something that I can just go right out the gate. Right? Special attack damage. Iron Moth, not a bad option, actually. Chiyu, also not bad. Volcarona, also not bad. Weirdly enough, Glaceon, not too bad of an option either. Magnet Zone, not so much. Zap. I'm leaning towards Chiyu, which is also a dark type. Chiyu, Volcarona, or Iron Moth? I still think Chien-Pao is a really strong option. Even if we do have Cacturn, you know what I mean? How we get messed up by fighting though, don't we? Yeah. Mach Punch could destroy this team. What about Ceruledge then? Weak Armor, not Life Orb. What's the item? If we want to run Endure, we can't really do that. So Swords Dance, Bitter Blade, Shadow Sneak, Endure. What's our item then? Charcoal? Weakness Policy? Not an awful idea, to be honest. Heavy Duty Boots? No. Huh. There's Covert Cloak to not get affected by like secondary effects like flinch and paralysis and confusion. It's not a terrible idea, right? I'll do that for now. And we'll run Adamant. Well, does Life Orb activate before or after? I think it activates after, doesn't it? So actually we can do Life Orb now that I think about it. Because I think we heal from Bitter Blade, then we take the Life Orb damage, don't we? I think. If we do, we'll run Life Orb. Alright. Well, here it is. Here's the team. We'll run a... Should we run fire? I think we should. We'll go all out on Bitter Blade. Make sure we're hitting as strong as possible on this fire type attacks. We'll play offensively there. Okay. Well, there's that team. That's another test team. There we go. Here's what we settled on. Full on offensive, Life Orb, Cacturn. Well, we have Water Absorb. What is the other move? Sandveil. Sandveil could have some interesting tech, though. We already have, like, we have a lot of water resist. So, like, that actually really does wonders for Iron Treads and Ceruledge, doesn't it? That we have, like, double water immunity plus water resistance. That's pretty great. I'll keep that, actually. That really covers for these two. Then, Rindoberry, Gastrodon. Rindoberry might be a bit too much. We'll run lefties, I think. Well, Rindo would be good because if I want to Ice Beam for damage, right? If I want to stay in, get damage for Ice Beam, right? I don't have to force a switch into Toxapex immediately. I can take the hit and either recover it off or Ice Beam or Hazards. So I get lots of options if I get hit by a grass type attack. I'm not forced out immediately. And I don't have to take a potential like if I switch out like a Goldengo or into Toxapex and they read the switch, then that hurts, right? But like we're so not weak to grass. Like look at this. Resistance, neutral, resistance, resistance, resistance. We're so not weak to grass that like Gastrodon is a fantastic Pokemon to have here. That I think Rindoberry might actually be overdoing it, right? I think that's overdoing it. We could run Lumberry to prevent Toxic. We could do our own heavy-duty boots, which is certainly an option. We could run a berry just in case. We could run a mental herb against taunts, since we have a lot of that. We'll do leftovers just to be safe. We might switch to Rindo, back to Rindo. We might switch to Covert Cloak, maybe. We'll figure it out. Leftovers is a safe choice, though. Alright, well, those are our three teams for the theory crafting stream. We still do have some time left, but I think I might just end this one early. I think I had a good time. Pommet and Cacturn. I really like how these teams look, to be honest. I really like the looks of these guys. I did already play with the Metacham team. I like it so far. It's decent. Pommet team we'll have to test out, and I just don't know how I feel about Iron Valiant Garchomp, but I do feel pretty good about this. I think this is a really fun one. Defensive, or defense-oriented Iron Treads, Assault Vest, Rapid Spin, knockoff coverage, or knockoff mid-ground, rather. And then fully offensive Ceruledge and then fully offensive Cacturn is really fun. That's really fun. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I like this team a lot, actually. I think we have a lot of options here. And a lot of, like, I mean, we have some standard stuff. Like, I think this Goldengo is, like, super standard. And then Gastrodon is fairly standard as well. Probably Toxapex is probably new standard. I haven't seen a lot of Toxapexes, but I assume that's probably like a new standard for Toxapex, or at least close to it. But Ceruledge with Endure, or like Assault Vest Iron Treads, or a Cacturn at all. Like that's, you don't see much of that, do you? What else can we do? We can look at this. But I don't really know what else to do with this. That's the thing. I'm still stuck on what we want here, right? I could Covert Cloak on you. I could Mental Herb for Prankster Taunt. It's not really that important though. I might want to focus Sash. But I already have the Sash on Raichu, so never mind. Can't do that. Maybe Choppleberry. Potentially. I'll put that on for now. I think that's a good item to put on. Sorry, my dog is distracting me. Then, for the last one, I have no idea. And then, this is a cool idea I had, actually. Assault Vested Anger Point, because Flower Trick always crits, right? So, Flower Trick into, Assault Vested Tauros. Activate Anger Point. We have a Close Combat Raging Bull with deals with, screens as well. Rock Slide, and fairly fast at 100 base speed. And Terra type Steel is Terra Blast to help deal with fairy types. And the Assault Vest for the extra bulk on the special defense. And essentially maxing out our attack. So we're pretty fast, max speed, jolly. Little bit of attack, and then the rest invested in bulk. Because we literally just max out our attack with Flower Trick into Tauros, which we also resist thanks to the fire type, so we won't take much damage from it. And then we can potentially like U-turn out into like an Intimidator, you know, something like that. Or U-turn out into like Torkoal, for example, to increase the power of Raging Bull. Couple ideas, you know what I mean? Also reduce the power of water type attacks, and we can bring out Torkoal on other weather control. So actually, I think I like that idea. Alright, Torkoal. I'm going to put Min Speed on this. To actually help counter Trick Room. I like that idea. Hi, doggy. Hi. We want Drought. But where do we put our investments in here? I'll just put that in defense. We'll run max HP for now. What else do we want on this guy? We probably want like an Eruption set, honestly. Eruption Flamethrower or Eruption Heatwave? I think Heatwave is probably better, right? Well, Eruption Heatwave. Solar Beam. Honestly, not a bad idea. Although we do have Masquerada already, so that's a little gratuitous, isn't it? Earth Power. We could run Solar Beam. Also do Yawn or Will-O-Wisp. Yawn puts out good pressure. I like the idea of the Yawn pressure. Pressuring switches. I also like Protect, though. Yeah. Yeah, I like Protect. I like that. I think Fire type is probably best. With Charcoal. Potentially get the best out of Eruption. If we can. Good defensive. We'll put some of that investment there. And the rest there in special attack. We're not doing max damage, but I think it's probably okay. A little more of a defensive set. I think that's fine. We're not going to really Terra much with Torkoal, I don't think. We could do the defensive Terra, though, right? Could be a Grass Terra defensively. Could do Flying, maybe. Probably not. If anything, probably be Grass, but I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, we want Terra Grass here, for sure. I'll keep Terra Fire for now. Do we want our own Trick Roomer? Can we run like a Trick Room Imprison Pokemon? So that way we can run our own Trick Room, but also counter opposing Trick Room. You know what I mean? But we also have Torkoal, which is already a counter, right? So do we want to have our own Trick Room mode without Imprison? Not worried about that. Armor Rouge is a possibility. Hmm. Wait. Oh, I just thought of something really cool. Oh, I just thought of something really cool. I thought of something really cool. Okay, Bonelop, I'm glad you're still here. Making my... Oh, hell yeah, dude. Alright. So... Okay, let's see. Um... I mean, it has to have Mudkip, right? I mean, is there any question about that? I don't really think it has to be shiny. So like, not doesn't have to be a shiny one. I don't think. I think just regular Mudkip with What's something I really like? I really like holidays, so I really do like Christmas and like Halloween. Maybe like a Mudkip with like a Halloween, like a pumpkin mask. That sounds kind of cute, doesn't it? A Mudkip with a pumpkin mask. That sounds kind of cute. Is that just me, or is that like... I kind of like that idea. Okay. Not shiny. I prefer not shiny, I think. I don't know. I think I'll leave the inspiration up to you, though. To be honest, you know what I mean? I think you do pretty well. Alright, you ready for this idea, though? I don't know if you're ready. I don't know about that, though. That's not really like... Like, it's cool, it's cute, but it's not like me, you know what I mean? See, I know exactly what I want from like moist movies, right? Like I literally picture like Mudkip with like popcorn and like sipping on a soda. You know what I mean? Like that would be like the moist movies uh profile picture. Maybe you should do that one, I think. If anything. You know what I mean? Because that one I can picture in my head like 100%. Like Mudkip eating popcorn, sipping on soda. But for moist Mudkip, I can't, like, I don't know what it would be exactly. Maybe like Mudkip holding a moon ball? Maybe. I would like that one. That would be cool. A Mudkip holding a moon ball, and like, what's another, like, one of my favorite items? I think a moon ball is actually pretty good. I actually kind of like that idea. But anyway, okay. Alright. Here's the idea I just thought of, right? So Houndstone with Last Respects, right? Last Respects power increases by 50 for each fainted party member, right? This is for VGC, so it's 4v4, right? So like maximum, it's doing, you know, Houndstones alone, it does 200 base, right? Which is like not that great. And then if it comes out immediately, it's still only 50 base power. But check this shit out. Choice Scarf. Defiant. Oh wait, actually no flinch. Inner Focus. I don't want to flinch this. Choice Scarf, Inner Focus. Final Gambit. Max HP, max speed. You see where I'm going with this? You see how much HP Annihilate has? Base 110. Let's look at the HP of different Pokemon, right? Has as much HP as Appleton, as Hippowdon, more than Garchomp, more than Iron Thorns, more than Azumarill, more than Mudsdale, more than Tyranitar, more than Braviary, more than Stunjorner, more than Garganackle. I can one-shot Garganackle, which is a super big threat in the metagame right now. I can one-shot Salamence. I can one-shot Grimace Snarl. Yes, less than Jigglypuff. Shut up. We're ignoring that. So there are Pokemon that I can't one-shot. Actually, it's kind of crazy, Jigglypuff. Base 20 defenses, though. But yeah, not less than Jigglypuff, apparently. So there are Pokemon that have higher defense, but not a lot of these. Like, what are you going to see in VGC? Like, maybe Farigiraf. I can see Farigiraf being good in VGC. Amoonguss. Maybe Brute Bonnet, but probably not. Screamtail, probably you'll see. Baxcalibur, possibly. So there's not really a lot here. Iron Hands, Ting-Lu, maybe. Probably not Ting-Lu, but maybe Iron Hands. But not yet. The thing about VGC is, like, the Broken Mons, like Screamtail, Great Tusk, Brute Bonnet, they're not in the game. They're not in VGC right now. The Legendary Pokemon and the Paradox Pokemon are not permitted in VGC for Series 1. So all those, like, Legendary Pokemon aren't in the mix right now. So keep that in mind, too. So we're one-shotting a lot of things here. We can also run Close Combat. We can run Bulldoze. We could run... What else? We could run U-Turn. What else here? Choice Scarf Rock Slide is an idea. Scary Face. Rage Fist, honestly. If we can tank hits, Rage Fist might actually be really popular. Okay, we'll do that. I like that set. For this one... Actually, what do we run here? Thing is like, he's slow. Who else runs Last Respects? No one else, except for Basculin. Basculin is a little bit faster, but Basculin's not in the game right now, unfortunately. It's a little bit slow, but if I have Sand Rush... what's the sand... What's the ability? Hold on. Tyranitar, Sandstream. Hippo and T-Tar, so we can run T-Tar with Sandstream. So like Annihilate kills itself with Final Gambit, takes a Pokemon out of the game, boost up Last Respects, subsequent turn, Tyranitar comes in to boost it up the speed. Come on. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea. That's a very cool idea. I love that. We'll put on like Chople for now. Like a banded T-Tar. Ooh, that kind of seems mean. But since we're running Sand Rush, we can just do that. Kind of like max, right? Just go all out on that. I like that. Life Orb is a possibility. Wait. Am I evil? What if I like Terrastalize Explosion? Houndstone would be immune to that. So I come in with Annihilate, I explode with someone else, and then I come in with T-Tar. So it's like a Suicide Squad based around Houndstone. Tell me that's not such a fun idea. Tell me that's not so fun. What about self-destruct? Okay. Alright, who's the fastest exploder? Electrode. Oh yeah. Oh really? I don't see the in the chat. Did you say it in the chat? Because I didn't see it. Not doubles. I mean, yeah, but I think that would also be like good in well, it would be better in doubles, I think, than singles. Because Annihilate, like, you have multiple options to Final Gambit and 2 Pokemon to hit with Explosion. I think it's better in doubles. The stream before you started playing Violet. Oh. Oh, I think I do remember you said that, yeah. But the thing is, it's like, the reason why I'm thinking doubles, because, like, we have multiple Final Gambit options, and we have a lot of good options with Choice Scarf Final Gambit. And then, with Houndstone, Houndstone's already Ghost type, which means, like, in doubles, we can explode, and we're immune to the damage in doubles. So I think, like, this shit was just made for doubles. In singles, like, you know, you could have a couple Suicide Moms, but it's like here there's actually some really good utility to it. Because, like, you're really disrupting the other side. So, Explode Garganacl is an idea. Actually. What does Purifying Salt do? Jeez. Wow, Purifying Salt is actually such a good ability. We also have Sturdy. Could help get that out. There's not a lot of good exploders. I feel like Aleki would actually be pretty good. But obviously not in the game. Who would be the best option here? We need someone, like, at least a little bit fast. See, like, Cryogonal only has 50 base attack. That's the problem. Garganacl has the base attack to back it up. That's the thing. I think we go Garga. It's so slow, though. That's why Sturdy will help in that case. It's just the speed that I don't like. What if we run like Quick Claw? A Quick Claw explosion? How cheesy is that? That's so dumb. Skuntank is like not too slow. Hold on. Okay, if it's KO with a contact move, I could say, like, what if, like, I could actually combo that with Aftermath and I, like, did damage to them after explosion, but no, doesn't work like that. Wait, the Pokemon's attacked with a chance to flinch, so it's an explosion, and if it survives, it's a 10% chance to flinch. That's kind of funny, actually. I kind of like the idea of Skuntank over that. He's weak to a lot of things, though. That's the problem. I still like this more, though. Yeah, we're running probably max speed, max attack. Focus Sash. Explosion with normal Terra type. Can also run Gunk Shots. Sucker Punch, Protect. Speaking of, we need Protect on you. What else will we put on you? You have a fighting type move I can put on you? I don't think so. There's Body Press, but doesn't really do much. Ally Switch is kind of a cool tech, like intermittently. If I want to protect Skuntank for some reason, but Oh, Helping Hand into dude, I'm coming up with more and more ideas. Helping Hand from Houndstone into Explosion. So, like, really, like, this would be like the core 4 right here. Lead, Houndstone, Annihilate, Final Gambit, into Skuntank, Helping Hand, Explosion, into T-Tar. Right? That's so goofy, though, isn't it? That's so goofy. I feel like it's a little gimmicky, but it's actually not that bad. I feel like it's like really not that bad. It's just if Skuntank gets doubled up on, then that would hurt. I still like the idea of Helping Hand though. And Snarltech. So like it has the last respects, right? But it has like the Snarl Helping Hand. Maybe not attack investment then. What do we put for the item? Covert Cloak. Avoid burn. Avoid a lot of other statuses. Avoid flinch. It's not a bad idea. What does the amulet do? Can't lower stat stages. I'll put Covert Cloak for now, although there's a lot of good options I think here for him. Maybe the Snarltech is a bit much. Maybe some like physical coverage. Bulldoze? No. Play Rough. Not a bad option actually. I'll run Play Rough over Snarl, I think. Yeah, Ghost Terra makes sense. Fighting Terra kind of does make sense here as well. Over Rage Fist, but at the same time, let's run a defensive typing on Annihilate actually. So we're weak to what? Fairy, opposing Ghost, not Psychic, flying. So Steel, Normal. Normal is actually a good idea. But we also have the Normal, but that's just like for the one-shot explosion. Alright, what do we go here? We'll go Ghost type T-Tar. Hard to go wrong with that, to be honest. We'll run the Rock Slide for sure. Brick Break for screens, maybe. We could do Helping Hands. Because we could also, like, if we wanted to, like, if T-Tar was in, we could also, like, Ghost Terra into Helping Hands explosion here. Or, like, if it was, like, Houndstone, T-Tar lead, we could get the immediate, like, damage from Play Rough, you know what I mean? I could Helping Hand Play Rough. Not get too much out of Last Respects, though. Maybe not. There's also Dragon Dance set up for T-Tar as well. Icy Wind Tech. I actually like that. What else? Hard to go wrong with Crunch. Or I could remove Crunch and go for Terra Blast. But we have enough Ghost type hits, so maybe not. And we have enough Ghost type, so I think Terra Ghost might not be the play. That might not be the play then. I think we have to run Protect for our last one as well. Now I'm rethinking the Icy Wind Tech, because like how much damage do we like realistically do? I think the Icy Wind Tech might be a bit too much. There's something else here maybe. Maybe like the Sandstorm if someone wants to switch in their weather. Snarl's not a bad idea either. It's really hard. I find it really difficult to choose. Screech isn't bad actually. But it's a slow Screech though, so maybe not. Slow Icy Wind is fine, but slow Screech not so much. If it's a Screecher, we want it to be fast. But T-Tar does not have the speed. Let's give it a little bit of speed. Oh, let's give it more speed, actually. Around there. bump up the defense a little bit. Something like that. Max health. Rest and damage. A little bulkier of a T-Tar. It might be a mistake though. I might want to run max speed, max attack, like adamant with this set. Huh. I'm leaning more towards that actually. Max speed EVs. Let's do a little bit more speed. Let's not go max. Let's go like 120 attack, rest and health, adamant. I feel a bit better about that. That way we can potentially survive with Chopple. And we could subsequently go into Ghost. Or Fairy. Fairy is not a bad idea either. Defensively, right? I think the Ghost could also be obvious, you know what I mean? And especially because we have already 2 Ghost types. Yeah. I think we're not going to change that. I'm leaning towards, not Steel, Water or Fairy. I think Fairy is a good one, actually. I like that. We'll go Fairy type. Okay. That's it for that one so far. We have 2 more options. I think we'll go like something that can pivot in, maybe like Dragapult. And then something that can hit pretty hard, that's pretty fast. I think that's what we'll go for. Let's go with Dragapult, because I kind of have already decided about that. Dragapult with Infiltrator sounds fantastic. Let's run Will-O-Wisp or Thunderwave is the question. Go either or. Go, let's see, Draco, Shadow Ball. Is U-turn that important? We could also go Screens. Draco, Shadow Ball. I might want Protect. So we'll go Will-O-Wisp. Protect. And then item Lumberry for now, I think. We'll do some pretty high speed. Maybe not max special, but good amount of special attack. The rest in health. Cool with that. Kind of like the look at this team, to be honest. A lot of ghost types, though. That's the problem. A lot of ghost types. Because if we wanted to, like, we could also, like... Because we could also, like, bait the move. Like, so, like, if we wanted to, like, lead Tyranitar Skuntank, right? So what if we, like, don't want to take extra damage on, like, Houndstone? We lead Tyranitar Skuntank. They're going to try and take out T-Tar. We can protect... Explode with Skuntank, so that boosts up Last Respects, and the Sand's already up for the next turn. So, like, that's a lead right there. You know, T-Tar Skuntank. There's also, like, the Dragapult Skuntank lead. It's kind of the same idea, but Dragapult can get chip damage with Shadow Ball on something. And then even if both these Pokemon go down, you know, that turn, but I will likely get the explosion off because they see Skuntank Dragapult. They're probably going to want to take out the Dragapult. You know what I mean? Odds are, right? So I feel like odds are I can survive with the Focus Sash on Skuntank. You know what I mean? So it also gives me the option to protect, but that's kind of a waste because we're already Ghost type. But if they want to put in screens, what that lets me do is they kind of have to choose which screen they want to put up. Do they want to put up Light Screen turn 1 or Reflect turn 1? That leaves room for Dragapult or Skuntank to come in and then just take them out, depending on which screen they go for. Dragapult doesn't give a shit about Light Screen. If Reflect goes up, that's the worst case scenario, right? Because we do have a lot of physical attackers. So maybe I think for our last slot, we want like something that's a special attacker. That's pretty fast. That can hit pretty hard. We can't do Iron Bundle, unfortunately. So fast, special attacker. Can't do Iron Valiant. Gengar. We have so many ghost types. We gotta stop running. I keep like going over the. I don't want to run. No more ghost types. I gotta stop. No more ghost types. Cryogonal could help us with really bulky water types, but they already got nerfed, so it's like bulky water types are not going to be as prominent anyway. Espeon Magic Bounce? It's like Magic Bounce a taunt, but that's not really that important. Grafaiai Prankster Doodle to copy certain abilities like Chlorophyll. Ooh. That seems kind of mean. Like, imagine someone comes out with, like, Chlorophyll, right? And they outspeed Dragapult or something. I doodle them. Dragapult gets Chlorophyll. And then I can, like, Draco for the kill on, like, the plant. Right? Scovillain. On someone like that, right? That's a cool idea. Maybe for a different team, but... Do we get messed up by Trick Room on this team? We kind of do. This team still does have a lot of weaknesses. That's the problem. Tea time? Yeah. That's the thing. Come on. It's not a bad idea, actually. It's a special attacker. It's pretty bulky. We can avoid priority from like Pokemon like Dragonite. It's a special attacker. Okay. Immune to Ghost, which is great. Still gets hit by Dark type moves. We're pretty weak to Dark type attacks, but we do have like they Annihilate, Choice Scarf, Close Combat, which will do a ton. Still weak to Dark type Pokemon though. I think that's kind of one glaring weakness, that without like Annihilate, a fast Dark type is kind of destroys us. So I mean, Play Rough helps with that. Play Rough can miss though. I have to pray that I can deal with it with like a Focus Sash, Explosion Skuntank, maybe like a Will-O-Wisp from Dragapult. Yeah. Something like that. Alright, well, we can run like Dazzling Gleam. And, like Psychic, I guess. What else do we really want to run with this? Not much, really, right? I can put a little bit of speed on you. We'll go modest. A little bit of that. What's for the item though? Maybe Colbur Berry to help out with the dark weakness. And then if we want to do that, then let's boost up our special attack more so that Dazzling Gleam can do extra, right? We'll go max there and then the rest in special. In that case, let's remove a little bit of speed and we'll put that into here. Okay. How are we feeling about that? Technically, weirdly enough, this is our first full VGC team that we've made. We have a lot of, like, actually a good amount of lead choices. Like, we could lead Annihilate Farigiraf. We could lead Dragapult Farigiraf. You know what I mean? Alright. You know what? I'm willing to, like, test it out, actually. Let's see. This could be absolute trash, but screw it, right? Whole point is to test it out, huh? Okay, Houndstone. Going to Swaz. Bro. Okay. Let's try it. There's the Garganackle. If they lead it, I'm willing to lead Annihilate here, actually. Annihilate does work as a lead. Annihilate. Annihilate Poundstone? We can do that. Should we just do the thing? Well, if they have Goldengo, that messes up Poundstone like nothing else. We do have Protect though. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the classic lead here. Let's see how it works. Garchomp, Rotom Wash. All right. All right, who do we final Gambit? Garchomp. And last respects, Rotom. Okay, goodbye. Ouch, we live though. Clean. Alright, into Skuntank we go. We live though, which is big. Alright, we're just slow enough. Just to be safe, I'll Explode Protect. I don't know how fast Rotom is. Okay, not a lot of damage though. And then into T-Tar. Okay, that was a good switch from him though. Yeah, that's the problem with Garganackle in the back, isn't it? Alright, we'll Rock Slide and then Terrastalize. Last respects Garganackle, right? Good damage. Oof. Alright. Well, that's a loss for that one. The Garganackle in the back really messed this up. He had a good switch there. I don't know if he saw that coming. Maybe this is like a team that people are already using. You know what I mean? That's a possibility, to be honest. Maybe it's already an idea that people have. Maybe I should have. I could have also like prioritized the Rotom first, but because I didn't think it would have Dark Pulse. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, so we have like Sableye with like Quash, anti-priority as well. Let's just try the lead again. Let's see. Alright, Johnny boy. Timer, come on. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Also, that team that guy was using, I think, is a pretty popular team right now. I think a lot of people are using teams that are, like, really pop. Okay. I don't know what a lot of these guys do, but I'll attempt to last respects and... Will Final Gambit... Hold on, I'm actually curious. Is this... Okay. So I'll Final Gambit, get rid of him. Okay, it lives, though. Ugh. Well, that sucks. Sucks that it lived. Damn. Maybe I should run, like, Life Orb on that instead of Covert. I'll put Life Orb on it and put more... Yeah, I think that'll work better. That would have worked like a charm. I'll put Skuntank in. And... I'll Protect here and then Sucker Armarouge. Oh no, there's Psychic Terrain up. I can't do that. I think it's to prevent that, huh? I'll still Protect. I think Protect an Explosion, honestly. Maybe that was a bit much, wasn't it? Alright, I'll play rough here and... Icy Winds. Alright. So let's we would have avoided all of that if we had Life Orb. So we're gonna do Life Orb. Yeah. Rough. Okay. So we would have won that if we had Life Orb. So now that I made that change, we won't lose next time to that team. Okay, this is a Dondozo. So doesn't look like it's Trick Room based. Looks like it's Tailwind. So to deny Tailwind, turn 1, I'll go Annihilate. Then we can always like U-turn into something else. And Annihilate can also help out against T-Tar. Annihilate Dragapult seems good. We'll do that as the lead instead. Then we'll have T-Tar and Houndstone in the back. Yeah, I like that. Thing is, I don't know how fast they are. Are they... Okay, Goldengo's ballooned, so we're okay on that front. Does Pommet hit me with anything? Ice Punch, maybe? Can we, U-turn Pommet and Shadow Ball Goldengo? Well, I don't want a Revival Blessing coming off. I'm just going to commit to the Final Gambit. Okay, Steel-type Terra. So he gets rid of the Terra early, which is pretty good. But we don't have too much to hit it with. So we can Crunch and Terra Last Respects. Let's see how fast this thing is, though. Why does it automatically attack the Tatsugiri, though? That's kind of weird. Because the Tatsugiri technically leaves the field. That's the thing. Okay, I'll Rock Slide. Last respects, then. That's weird. That's not how that works. That kind of sucks, actually. Why does it not work like that? Alright. Well, that's another one that didn't work. Alright. Well. Okay, so this is a Trick Room. Has its own Annihilate with Torkoal and Lilligant. Okay, well, we have a Weather War problem, that's for sure. So let's. I really like the Annihilate bleed, to be honest. Then again, the fact that I have like Houndstone Annihilate might be like kind of telegraphing too, you know what I mean? That's definitely a possibility. I don't think Dragapult really does much in the lead either. I just want to see if I can make this work. Let's see. Well, is he gonna have Sash? I'll Final Gambit last respects on the Oranguru slot, just in case. Okay. Alright. Why were... He tried to Final Gambit me. I'm a Ghost type. Why'd you think that would work? Bruh. I am Confucian. Alright, do we go T-Tar or do we go Skuntank? I'm gonna go oh. Well. Alright, you just forfeited. Okay. Well, I don't know why you tried to Final Gambit the Ghost type. Ooh, Palafin? How fast is Palafin, though? I might be able to outspeed with Final Gambit. Let's Annihilate and Dragapult. Oh, I think he's gonna try and flip turn the Colossal. I think that's what he's doing. It is, isn't it? That's exactly what he's doing, huh? I already figured out his strategy. He's flip turning the Colossal. Alright, so Annihilate Dragapult into Farigiraf? No. Well, actually, yeah. Farigiraf and Skuntank? Okay, he's using Comet Lead. Interesting. Well, I think, equal HP to Colossal. So I can just get rid of him. Then I can Will-O-Wisp Comet. I could also close combat the Colossal, but I don't even know if that kills, to be honest. Okay. Nuzzle. Rude. But I have Lumberry, baby! That's why I have Lumberry. Alright, Skuntank will come in. Palafin. Let's just explode and... How fast are you? 167? You might be scarfed though, huh? Actually, what's the point in doing that? I'll explode anyway, it's fun. Explosion's fun. And then, Draco Palafin. Or at least the Palafin slot. Okay, so he revives Colossal, which is actually pretty smart. But we have, whatever tail to help us out here. So I'll Psychic and then Shadow Ball into Pommet slot. Yeah, I have Armor Tail, bud. Okay, let me, how much did Psychic do? Okay, we'll Psychic into that slot and Wisp into Palafin. A lot of damage. I didn't realize that we didn't have a switch in to switch out Dragapult though, unfortunately. Now he's gonna Jet Punch into Colossal. I have to double up into that slot, huh? Oh no, he just Wave Crashes. Yeah, it's doing nothing. Alright, I'll continue to Shadow Ball into that slot. I don't think we win this though. Yep. Too bad. Close one. I think the Skuntank was a misplay. Alright, one or two more. I think the Skuntank is... And honestly, the Houndstone. Honestly, I like the Dragonpult Annihilate, and I kind of like the Farigiraf. I think the T-Tar Skuntank Houndstone, I think maybe like a support Houndstone versus Last Respects might be better. I really do like the Annihilate, though. It's really fun. Speaking of, I like this lead again. I like T-Tar in the back and Houndstone. Yeah. Alright, let's Wisp up the Dragonite and... Can we just like... Well, they're getting Tailwind up regardless, right? And, U-turn on the Murkrow. Why are you tearing normal, though? Why did you Terra immediately? Okay, I mean, okay, sure. Okay, it does have Lum. Maybe I should have just Draco'd there then. Alright, I'll Draco and Icy Wind. I guess Ice Spinner though. Can I just protect Icy Wind here? Get Dragonite lower speed. Okay. That really does nothing to Dragonite. Alright, let's how much power does this do? Still only 100 base power. I think Play Rough does more, right? We'll Play Rough into Dragonite. And switch into Annihilate. Really? The miss, though. Wow. Game losing right there. Alright, bro. Alright, dude. Alright, I'm just gonna try and get rid of this, just final gambit into it, I guess. That really sucks. That's game losing right there, that 10% chance to miss. But with this, we get to reset our sand, I guess. And Last Respects does more damage, I suppose. Murkrow shouldn't threaten us too much. Let's just double up into Goldengo here. Okay, that works. What's your last one? Was it Annihilate? Yeah. Okay, yeah, same move. Double up into Annihilate. Actually, Crunch doesn't do much, does it? Little Rock Slide. Okay, he outspeeds anyway. Could have Icy Winded there. I guess, yeah, it's a little rough, actually. I could have probably Icy Wind and won that. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, we're not taking Skuntank at all. That's the problem. Skuntank is the weak point for sure. I think we gotta get rid of him. The Explosion's a nice idea, but in practice, it's just not great. Alright, there's the Murkrow again. Annihilate, again, looks fantastic as a lead. Annihilate always just looks good as a lead, dude. Actually, do we want to try and Trick Room with Frigoraph? Nah, just like... No, not Houndstone, whoops. Annihilate, Dragapult. No. Yep, I think we'll do that. Alright, oh, I feel... this seems... I think we've seen this similar lead before, I would say. Well, let's... U-turn and let's double up on Goldengo. Okay, we live, which is good. Will Icy Wind protect? Actually, we'll Crunch protect. Nice. Okay, that worked out. Okay, next we can Icy Winds. Switch to Annihilate. Okay, we live, which is nice. Alright. Back into Dragapult, and we'll double protect. Actually, no. He's just going to set up Tailwind next turn, right? Double protecting doesn't do much for us. It forces him to do that next turn, but we also lose a turn of... Well, Icy Winds... Draco. Still outspeeds us. Wow, and so does the Murkrow. Alright, dude. Dude, Murkrow is so strong, man. Prankster Tailwind all day. Alright, we'll last respects. And the Garchomp. Yeah, Murkrow's kind of nuts, dude. With that support. Yeah, that's a rip. Yeah, too bad. Alright, one more. Well, at least we know. Well, we know that Annihilate is fire, and we know that Dragapult's fire at least. So it was good idea, but ugh. Alright, let's actually keep Annihilate in the back for that Garganacl. I don't want to lead him. I will lead Dragapult though. And Farigiraf, I think. Then Annihilate in the back. And yeah, Skuntank doesn't really do anything. T-Tar, I guess. That's the thing. There's a lot of good leads in this team, but still a lot of problems, too. Okay, let's just protect Psychic into a Mungus. Right? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Hyper Voice. Yep. That's a lot of damage. Alright, good protection though. Alright, let's Shadow Ball and Psychic. Okay, that's fine. We lose both though. Yeah, we are very weak to Fairy as well, I realized too. Yeah, I think this is already like GG. We can like normal Terra. Or we can I think normal Terra is our best bet. Then Rage Fist into Sylveon. And Rock Slide, I guess. Yeah, but Tropical Berry, which helps out. Tropical Berry hasn't actually had much use, has it? And another miss. Cool. Yep. Alright, well, that team is not great. It was a good idea. But certainly not fantastic, I would say. I think Annihilate is great. I think the Dragapult's really good. I think even the Farigiraf is pretty useful, but between the Houndstone, like there's no reason to click Helping Hand. Wasn't getting much use out of Choppleberry. These attacks weren't really doing that much. The speed control is just out of this world in this format, it seems like, which was not the case last gen. So if we want to like change up this team, I'd want to get rid of you, get rid of this, and get rid of this. And this is what we're left with from what was kind of usable that game. The Annihilate Dragapult lead went kind of hard. I like that one a lot. Farigiraf was decent too, to a fault. And the Armor Tail is really good too. We might want to adjust the stats on this though. But out of that team, these were like the most useful mons right here. The rest of them were kind of dead weight. It's more gimmicky than I was hoping for, I would say. Definitely more gimmicky than I was hoping for. So, okay. We tested it out. Not great. That tends to happen on your first VGC team in a new generation, in a new series. So I don't really feel too bad about that. That tends to happen. But now we know that it doesn't really, it only works in certain circumstances. You have to play a good handful of games in order for that to actually work. But I mean, we can get rid of Farigiraf too. It's not really like, I don't think Trick Room is really a big deal against this team, so I'm going to actually get rid of that. But this lead is actually fantastic, I think. I think we were onto something with this. Annihilate Dragapult, dual lead. I think it messes up Trick Room teams with like Final Gambit and then like Will-O-Wisping or Shadow Ball, you know. But it's the speed control that I think was messing us up the most with them, like Murkrow. That's, I think, was the biggest deal, which hurts a lot. So we need something to counter that. That's the thing. We need something to counter that. Is Snatch still a move? Damn, bro. Right when Snatch would actually be useful in a metagame. Oh, no. That's... Oh, it hurts, dude. If you guys don't know, Snatch will steal positive effects from their side of the team to your side. Meaning Tailwind. So you could literally steal their Tailwind. That's kind of how that works. Dang. Right when it would actually be good. See, here's why Murkrow is so strong, right? So Murkrow can run Eviolite. You know, that's kind of normal. Has Prankster. Low stats, but it doesn't really care. It knows Thunderwave. It knows Tailwind. Knows Foul Play, so you don't have to put in any attack investment. It can run Icy Wind. It can run Hurricane. It can run Protect, Pair, Song. But I'll put like Taunt here, for instance. But it can run Protect. That's a great choice for it. Actually, Protect is a fantastic choice for it. But here's another reason why it's so strong, right? So like a normal counter to like a Prankstermon would be a faster Prankster Pokemon, right? Something that could outspeed it with Prankster. Like, in this case would be the new Pokemon, Grafaiai, right? Grafaiai could technically outspeed with his own Prankster because he's faster, you know? No matter what, he's going to be faster unless you have, for some reason, a Scarf Murkrow, which you're just not going to have. Unless you're absolutely batshit insane. But here's the problem. You can't use Prankster on a Dark-type Pokemon. So Murkrow is also a Dark-type Pokemon, which means that he is immune to Prankster. So you can't even use Prankster to counter Prankster. A lot of people forget that that's a mechanic, and then they learn very quickly that, Dark types are immune to Prankster, and they tend to forget that. But yeah, that's what makes Murkrow super strong. You can't even use its own mechanic against it. And it's essentially, unless you have something that's like, so like you could, if you want, like, I think that's one reason why Dragonite is so popular right now. Because Dragonite can be a counter to Murkrow, right? So here's what it would run. I would run Inner Focus, so it can't flinch, so no Fake Out. Immune to Intimidate, so no attack drops, right? You run Normal Terrestrialization, give it Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed has more priority than Prankster. So you Normal Terrestrialize, you get Extreme Speed, Terra Boost, you run max attack, adamant, one-shot Murkrow. That's just how it works. That's one reason why Dragonite is so popular right now, is because it can do something like that. So that's why we're seeing Dragonites in the metagame right now, too, because a Dragonite lead that immediately normal Terras can help deal with Tailwind Pokemon like Murkrow, and can outspeed them as such. Because right now there are very few things, it seems like, that can deny the Tailwind from Murkrow, right? One thing you could do is you can try and Trick Room. And so in that case, that's why, like, you know, for Farigiraf could be useful. Because you can deny them priority on their moves, right? And so it's this Pokemon, its allies are protected from opposing priority moves. So I think that it can still use Prankster. Now, I think another possible counter is I don't think it can use Tailwind under Psychic terrain. So if I ran Indeedee with Psychic Surge, that could also be a counter, because I believe that Psychic Surge affects all priority moves, even if it's not attacking your side, like Iron Tail from Farigiraf. So I think that is also a way to prevent Tailwind from Murkrow. But it's like the fact that you have to like dedicate specific Pokemon, and very few at that, to be able to counter this, it's so strong. I was using Murkrow in Gen 8 when no one else... I hate to like keep saying stuff like this, but I remember when I was using Murkrow when no one else was in doubles in Gen 6, and he was fantastic. People slept on Murkrow, but now everyone just knows about it. I kind of hate that it's used against me, because I used to love using this Murkrow. So freaking strong. You have so much speed control between Tailwind and Thunder Wave. Tailwind doubles everything on your side. Thunder Wave is a single target onto the opposing Pokemon, and it halves their speed. So you're effectively at quadruple of their speed, in a way. Not exactly, but in a way. So Dragapult, you're always outspeeding Dragapult. Scarf Pokemon, you're always going to outspeed a Scarf Pokemon. Tailwind Thunder Wave, you're outspeeding pretty much everything. And on a hard-hitting Pokemon, pair it up with that. Pair it up with like a Swords Dance Garchomp. Man, is it brutal. Very, very strong. I do like this lead, though. I'm going to save this one. This is the only time we actually made things happen, was because of this lead. So I like this. Annihilate, KMS for Kill Myself, because he kills himself. That's not I'm not saying that to be controversial. That's literally what he does. He uses Final Gambit and he dies. So yeah, that's how that worked out. Anyway, so at least we know this is actually something we can work with. I do like this idea. I might want to run full special attack, though. It wasn't doing as much damage as I wanted. I will say that. Although I did survive certain hits that I liked, and the Lumberry came in handy against Thunder Wave. So it's a good soft counter to Murkrow. Not even close to a hard counter. It's a soft counter, because they still get Tailwind, you know what I mean? They still get that Tailwind off. So it's maybe I can put a little bit more speed too. That's an idea. But anyway, wow, we're up to 3 hours now. Dang. Well, I mean, we spend most of the time making these teams, so I think next time we might want to test out these, although those are going to be much longer games, I think. Do we have OU Blitz yet? No, we don't. Okay. That kind of sucks. I wish we had OU Blitz, because OU Blitz makes it that we go through games quicker, which I prefer, because single Pokemon, playing singles takes a while sometimes. But anyway, that's about it. We made 3 teams. We still have to test these guys out. We made a VGC team that sucks, but we got a little bit out of it, and we now know that Annihilate actually does some work. I don't know about U-Turn and Rage Fist, though. We might want to change those. I'm going to actually get rid of that. I do like Final Gambit, Close Combat. I still think Rage Fist is probably still good to keep. And honestly, like, U-turn's still not bad either. You know what I mean? It's still not a bad choice. Maybe Scarf, like, Taunt onto something as, like, a soft counter. But Scarf Taunt, then we can't do anything else, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's kind of rough. Scarf Screech is an idea, but I don't really know who we would pair that up with, right? I'll just stick with that. Rage Fist use turn. Still has some usability, but mainly the utility comes from Scarf Final Gambit, which actually I'm still convinced is actually pretty good. I think that's a really good move with Annihilate. Scarf Final Gambit. I think it's really good. I like it a lot. Very fun to use as well, because it also puts up pressure with like close combat and Rage Fist and whatnot. Can't get flinched either. Can't get faked out. No Intimidate. Just kind of nice. So, yeah. Alright, well, I think we did quite a bit. We should have some time to finish this team up that I did, that I'd like to test out. And then also this team I think would be fun to test out as well. And then I don't really know what to do with this team exactly, so I might end up taking it out. I'm actually going to take that out. I don't like that. But I don't really know what to do with this. That's the thing. I do know that this kind of works as a lead, but I don't really know what to do with it as a whole. So, but anyway. Alright, that's I think that's about it for today. Some successes, some losses. We learned a lot, that's for sure. I've not played VGC at all this generation, so that was definitely a learning experience. I only know from some stuff because I saw some people like talking about some broken strategies that certain people were using. Among them was the like Tailwind Murkrow and the normal Terrestrialized Extreme Speed Dragonite, which I actually thought was really cool. So some of the stuff I didn't know about, a lot of it I didn't. So it's going to be a learning experience before we actually get there. Like, last generation, I played a lot of VGC, and it took a while for me to actually get to a place where I could, like, make good teams in that generation, you know, and, like, do well with them, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's really going to be any different here. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time, and it just takes practice, and it's going to take some more time team building and playing against actual people and not just building in theory. We actually have to like see if it actually works, which in that case not so much. So that's what we're gonna do. I actually had really fun doing this stream. That was actually really fun. I hope you guys had fun too. I hope you guys had fun watching this a little bit. But anyway, I would really like to do this again because I really enjoyed that. I really would like to do that again. Alright, well, that's about it for me. So, thank you guys for joining in. It's much appreciated. As always, thank you so much for the support from